Okay. Sir Codpiece, can I challenge a brave knight to a game of magic? Keep this. We're a little low on lands, but other than that, we have everything we want. Everything we've hoped and dreamed for. Basic island. Chooses to shuffle. So Wasteland would be a blowout. Just saying. That's fine. That's getting dazed. No clocks yet. Without our mighty Delver. Alright, that's actually good, because we can kill it. Preordain. Delver, not bad. We'll take it. And keep up our land since we have Brainstorm. Another Jace. Okay, land isn't terrible here. Allows us to chain Lightning and Delver and keep our fetch land. Price not doing anything yet. Oh my. So many things. Alright, I'm gonna let that resolve and not force it, because I really want to use this Brainstorm. Hopefully we'll find something to kill it, and not Price of Progresses. Okay, we're gonna reveal the price. The price is right, and then we'll sack before we draw it. Oh, perfect. If this price were a blue card, then I'd be very happy, but it is, alas, it is not. Still not a bad spot. Doesn't have a spell apparently, which is good. Okay, we have to let that happen. Unfortunate. We'll just play it so we can force if need be. 10 more turns and we're dead. We could price now, force our opponent into cracking their fetches. I think we're gonna wait though. So we have to crack ours as well. Looks like we're cracking it anyways. I mean, that's generally ill-advised when you're running Sensei's Divining Top, and Brainstorm probably. But opponent may have a reason. I mean, they're pre-playing around price at least. This turns off force, but I think we want it on the board. Okay. And we'll attack. Willing to cast price there if it kills the Snapcaster. Sure. 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 Again, this puts our shields down, unfortunately, so we're hoping to fade something amazing. We're getting relatively close to lethal. We have 4 damage here. Chooses to not shuffle. Sure. But you wish you had a sack land, though, for this juicy brainstorm. Okay. Now we're talking. I'm just gonna leave up force though. I mean, we don't need to discard these 2 good cards just to play that. Swords. Sure. Predict. And I'm actually gonna counter that. Since our opponent knows their top card, we don't want them drawing 2, and we have, most importantly, we have Bedlam Reveler. Hopefully it was just a land. That is not a land. Oh my god. That was a good sequence. Okay, Storm Chaser Mage, Bedlam Reveler, price. So I think we're just gonna do this. Take out Jace, leaves us with Bedlam Reveler. Unfortunately, our opponent played around price very hard, which was a nice move. And here they go with top and Monastery Mentor. That's unfortunate for us. Could win next turn, possibly, though. Guess they need another top, so we're actually fine. Oh! Worst draw on the deck. You. Not you. Is that lethal? I believe it is. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, it's one short, I guess. But we can also attack with a Swift Spear here. Alright, so recheck. This is 6 plus 3, so I think the safest move is to take out the Mentor. Kind of awkward against Terminus. Matches up very well for our opponent if they do happen to have Terminus. Which is maybe a reason to get the face instead of the Mentor, because that would put them within 1 burn spell's worth of lethal. Yes. Unfortunate. Yeah, I probably should. Actually, the Swift Spear with a top and a path is pretty bad for us as well. And now we're just done, because we don't even have more Bedlam Revelers. I guess we do have a Bedlam Reveler on the bottom of the deck. Alright, based on that, I think we need Bedlam Reveler. So we'll shuffle. If we had have specifically drawn Bedlam Reveler that turn, we could have potentially won. Alright, Chase is ticking up. We're going to concede because no one wants to see that. Opponent had a lot of mini Jaces, which makes the burn more appealing. Grim Lavamancer is probably pretty good. They're playing around price like crazy, so we'll just cut them entirely. Maybe one Force, one Daze, and the Flusterstorms are going to be better than Force, since it's more about value post-board, I think, which is how we should have sideboarded it first time against the deck. Yeah, this looks good. Chain Lightnings are going to be good against Monastery Mentor as well as Little Jace, so having access to lots of them seems good. That was an interesting game. It seemed like our opponent got pretty lucky at the end there with their draws, but I mean, miracles can happen. Miracles are real. Miracles is also just a good deck. Bedlam Reveler has been nice so far, though. Trying 3. We also drew our second Bedlam Reveler, which was awkward. Alright, let's do this. Ooh. Curvy Curve. This is a no spell hand. We'll YOLO out the Delver. Blind Flip, best flip. Sulfuric Vortex is just a great card in this matchup, though. Worth a keep. Oh, thanks. Let's actually put out Swift Spear just so we can interact with the top of our library if we want. It also plays around counterbalance a little better, since this is less likely to get counterbalanced. Alright. Actually gonna crack now, since the plan is to cast Sulfuric Vortex. Another land. Alright, hope this resolves and wins us the game. Okay. That might be good enough on its own, just since we haven't really done anything else. Unfortunately, we don't get a life. Sure. Chose to not shuffle. Alright, give me a spell. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but close enough. And am I gonna pay 2? Yeah, I'll still pay 2. If we draw a brainstorm, we're gonna want to cast it or ponder. Surgical. Opponent does have Snapcaster Mage, so I think we're gonna surgical a swords in response. That's actually a great top 3, though. Could do it now. Does get an extra point in. I think we'll wait, though. Actually, shuffling the opponent's library when they kept their top 3 would have been probably a good idea. And that should be good enough for a win. Yeah. So our opponent's still wary of price of progress, which makes me want to not have them in still, especially since they can't kill a mini Jace or a monastery mentor or anything. Pretty much I like the configuration we had. Keep it the same. Wait for the game to roll in. And the wins, hopefully. Miracles is always a skill and testing matchup, especially for 2 blue decks going up against each other. Okay, another Vortex hand. No early pressure, which is suspect, but well, there we go. Speak of the early pressure. Okay. Wouldn't have minded seeing a Jace there from our opponent, since we have a bunch of burn. Let's go ahead and brainstorm. See if our opponent can stop us. Two vortexes. So I want to reveal probe, get rid of chain lightning. I see you. Okay, Power Blast. That's fine. Do we want to waste a shuffle on chain lightning? Probably, since we're sulfuric vortexing next turn. Although chain lightning does flip a Delver, which is probably worth it. Alright, counterbalance it is. I think I'm just gonna probe first. Okay. Brainstorm into 3-drop here would be devastating. Also, just top is devastating. I guess our opponent would have to shuffle away the brainstorm, so force will. Alright. Guess we're kind of all in on vortexes. Getting blind hit off a counterbalance is one of the worst feelings. Alright, just running it out there. Miracles doesn't play many 3-drops. There's mentors, and then that's all we've seen from our opponent. There's plenty of other options, but that didn't work. I guess it's just 1 and 2, right? Double vortex, here we go. Just 1 and 2, but not 3. Although it is wear and tear, and it destroys vortex. It would have been a double whammy to destroy one, and then to counter one and then destroy them. So drawing the wear tear, shuffling away the top. So they must have another top, and just want to save a bit of damage here. Really? That seems ambitious. To get rid of your top. I mean, Jace is kind of a top. Jace is a kind of top. Two drops good. Got to imagine our opponents. I mean, we're hoping they'll put a 1 on top. At this point, with the 2 on top of the library. Maybe not a good idea to show me that. Yeah, because now we can chain lightning. So if we chain lightning an opponent's face, could also ponder to hit a land. Chain lightning face down to 5, or chain lightning Jace. Jace or face. I suppose we'll get rid of the Jace. Since Snapcaster on this kind of ruins our sulfuric vortex plans. Alright, brainstorm into 1 drop. Pyroblast. Alright, this can still take out the Jace. Question is there another 1 drop on the top of the library? So if not, you're dead. No, you're not dead because you have Pyroblast, but if you're not, I resolve Ponder. Think about that. Can take out Counterbalance. Then have lethal, or not quite lethal because we don't have enough red. Or enough cards because we're not going to have Ponder and Swift Spear. So this gets Pyroblasted. We could Swift Spear this turn. I think we want to get rid of the Counterbalance though. Opponent can sack their land, of course. Try and hit a 1-drop. Which they do, and it's top. Which is the worst case scenario. So on draw step, well, when they play top, we can bolt. Alright, just Tundra. Alright, is Sulfuric Vortex gonna get there? I think we do this now. Since if they tap out for top, we win. Okay. Draw Brainstorm. They need an answer. We'll hold on to the Lightning Bolt. Alright, we need to bolt in response and hope that's Snapcaster Mage, and that there's no other one on top. Because otherwise... Okay. So they draw Snapcaster Mage or Wear Tear, blow up Sulfuric Vortex. Then they draw top. And they draw top, and then we can bolt. So if it's Snapcaster, I guess it's better to wait, actually. Alright. Just Jace. Going deeper for Wear Tear. So we would have won if we had bolted. I think they're dead no matter what here, because top, yeah, top can not work miracles with only 1 mana. But yeah, Sulfuric Vortex OP.